Coming to you live from the Black Goat 39 studios, this is the Guru Talkin Sports podcast. Now here's your host, the Guru of Sports, and Derek B. Here we go. Always something. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Much too kind. Please. Please, take your seats. Clear the aisles. Oh, it abruptly just stopped. Okay. Hello, sports fans, and welcome. Welcome to episode 47 of the Guru Talkin Sports podcast. I am your host, the Guru of Sports, and without further delay, without further interruptions here, I'm going to introduce to you Mr. Derek B., my co-host with the co-most.
Oh, man. What's happening? How are you people doing out there? Oh, you must be fine. Much too kind. Appreciate it. Have a seat. Sit back and enjoy yourself.
All righty. Morning, Derek. How are you?
Oh, man. Another sunny day in California, like Tupac used to say.
Yeah, I hear you. All right, now, if you're not understanding what's going on here right now, we're actually coming to you live on Saturday morning. This is a Saturday morning affair right now because we have 6 games this weekend. This is called the Super Wild Card Weekend. Now, this is the first time this in NFL history has been done. We had all teams playing except for 2, and this is a really big deal. I wanted to tell you guys that if my voice sounds like it does, it's just because I've just woken up and I had to get in here and make sure I crack this thing open so we can talk and get this stuff together. And first of all, I want to ask you, Derek, how was your week? How's everybody? How's everybody doing down there?
Oh, man, just living this great life we live. I'm just chilling. Everybody's doing good. The kids good, Queen's good. So should be things should be back to normal probably next week or so. But other than that, it's Saturday morning special edition. We got the Super Wild Card weekend. Got weekend sports. We're gonna jam it up in here this morning. Put it all together and make some breakfast. That's what we're gonna do.
All right, now I know that this is a sports podcast. Now, I do have something to say. I have this voice and I have this podcast because I do have something to say. Most of the time, I don't go into political stuff. But I just want to say that what I saw Wednesday was a true disrespect for the law. My opinion, this is my opinion and no one else's. Disrespect for the law, disrespect for our country. And, some of the lawmakers that are in place should be held accountable for what happened on Wednesday. Now, when I was in the United States Navy, and Derek was in the United States Marine Corps, we took an oath, and it said to protect our country from any harm, foreign or domestic. And the domestic violence that I saw on Wednesday was just atrocious. It's very much something that we all have to think about. this country was built on the foundation of basically civil rights and liberties. I understand now. I'm not going to go into why our president has his Twitter thing blocked. I don't care. I don't really care. Yeah, it might be taken away as free speech or whatever. I don't care. But the thing about it is that what we saw was just totally disrespectful to our country. And I want to say that, I don't care what side of the aisle you're on. But the thing about it is that you can't compare what BLM and other people were protesting for from what happened on Wednesday. It's totally different. Bias and racial bias and all that stuff, it's just ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Now, I'm going to stop because, like I said, this is a sports show. My opinions are my opinions, and it's not a Spreaker. Spreaker brings you this podcast. My opinions are my opinions, and what I saw Wednesday was totally disrespectful. Now, Derek, if you have something to add to this, you can, because first of all, I just wanted to say
anything. That was, like you said, it's two totally different situations. That wasn't protesters. That was a mob rioting. They were out doing, with certain, incited a lot of stuff. I don't have to directly tell you, hey, go to the Capitol and do this, but I can mince my words and say what I got to say. Like I said, my opinion is my opinion. I have no problem speaking out. It was terrible. The thing that people don't realize, you got to remember, the whole world watched this happen. The whole world.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. So the whole world sitting there going, so all I got to do is go in there with the protesters and we can walk right in the front door because the police going to open the gate and let us in anyway. Now, if I was a terrorist around the world, I'm like, security breach. You know what I mean? These are the things you got to think about. Like I said, I've been in the Marine Corps, you were in the Navy. So, I thought process is a lot different than the average American. You know what I'm saying? I do what I do and I pay attention. But like I said, this is a political show. It's a sports show. We had fun. But like I said, what we saw, that was straight disrespect to the democracy. The democratic process. You were trying to stop something, the democratic process, period. That's all you're trying to do. And then you're in there taking pictures and sitting on Nancy Pelosi's desk and got your feet propped up. And this is sacred ground, people. This is sacred ground. This hasn't happened since the British did it back in 1814 or something. I don't know, back beyond
1700s.
Like 70, 80 years.
But
you don't go there. That's sacred property.
I look at it this way. Now, I'm not going to throw race in here. I'm not going to throw race because I don't play the race card. But you can see that if there was,
there's two Americas, and you know, two Americas, then you're blind. Like LeBron said, if you don't see that there's two Americans, then you need to take a step back, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe 10 steps back, because it was on display. Now had that been African American black people out there, it would have been a massacre. It would have been a massacre. I guarantee he would have went in there and pulled no punches. We'd have hated it. National Guard.
It would have been a bloody.
It would have been the
bloodiest thing
in history.
It would have been. It would have been,
and it would have been right on TV.
Yep.
But like you said, I'm gonna stop right there. We're gonna get into that sports stuff.
I got one.
But like I said, that's my opinion. It was disrespect to the democratic process.
I'm gonna call out somebody right off the bat, and you know what? If I get in trouble for this, I don't care, because you know what? LeBron said. What Laura Ingraham said to LeBron years ago was not right. And I'm going to call her out because you know what? She works for that terrorist organization, and she is one of the ringleaders of this. And you know what? I hate this woman. I swear to God, I hate this woman. And that's my opinion. That's it. I'm done. All right, now let's go into the sports side of everything. All right, now we only got 6 games to pick this week. And Tommy Lasorda, we're going to talk about him in a little bit. What happened during during the week was a couple things. Now, the New York Mets said that they wanted to get better, and they said that they are not going to be a small market team. Now, that trade that they pulled off for Francisco Lindor and Carlos Carrasco was big. And believe me, some of the people that I talk to that are Mets fans and some of the people that work in the industry that are Met fans are very happy about this. What did you say, Derek, about this trade? What do you think?
Well, I mean, shoot, you got the best, basically the best. You just grabbed the best shortstop in the game right now. He's number one, I think, extra bases, home run. You know, he's like number one in like three top offensive categories. You know, I mean, it's a huge addition. I mean, you had to give up a king's ransom to get him. I think it was like 3 draft picks, couple people here, you know, farm guys or whatever. But I mean, roster players or whatever. But it's worth it. I mean, the Mets trying to tell you, look, we want to make this move. We ain't trying to be little brother no more. We trying to, you know, contend. We're trying to put a product out here. So they got new management, they got new owners, new managers, and everything. So, you know, they're trying to make their stamp and say, you know what, we here. I mean, from what I hear, they're not even done. They got a couple more people they're going after.
Yeah, exactly. I think it was a brilliant trade because now you got, if you look at the National League side of things for the All-Stars and all like that, that's automatic. It's automatic. This National League is going to be filled with a lot of good stars. And believe me, the Padres just traded for Blake Snell. So you figure, that's going to be...
They already got like four. They got like four starters right now.
They are
like 4 qualified starters.
I'm going to tell you, you know, if I am a Dodger fan, I am a Padre fan as well. But Padres, now, because I cover baseball for Cali Sports News. Thank you, my man, Jeff Duarte. Big Cheese, I got to, you know, throw him in there because, you know, that's my man. But anyway, you know, I have to report on these teams, the Padres, the Angels, and the Dodgers. And I really enjoy what the Padres have been doing. They look sharp. They look very, very sharp. And they're going to be contending for, you know, I can see the Padres and the Dodgers coming down to the National League division or league championship.
You got Tatis, you got Machado, you got Blake Snell, you got Clevenger, I believe it is.
Clevenger, yeah. They picked up.
They stack right now.
They are.
You know, they stack.
They're very stacked, and I like them.
They coming back to the old days. They about to bring them the old unis out and the old Padres out.
I like. I'm gonna update some of my gear. I'm definitely gonna update some of my gear for the Padres. I love them. All right, now one other thing we had to talk about now, basketball. Last night was the first ever meeting between Lamello Ball and Lonzo Ball. And Lamello Ball balled out. He did pretty good. I mean, dude almost had a triple-double. I did get a chance to catch a little bit of that game before turning in. But he looks pretty good. He looks, I'm very impressed by Lamello Ball. Now I'm gonna tell you,
that boy, his father been telling you. I mean,
you know what? Don't even mention his father. Don't mention his father.
Whatever you want, but
don't
the
mention
man
his
told
father.
y'all there was going to be.
Oh
he was
God!
going to try to get all 3 of his sons in.
No, don't mention that fool,
The
please.
youngest one is the best one. He said it. The youngest one is the best one.
But
I'm telling you, man, him being down there in Charlotte, he got Mike down there behind Terry Rozier, who's a good point guard. He can learn from, you know. I mean, this kid, he got nothing but upside for him.
You know what, Charlotte looked good.
He's like 6'9", man. He's not a little kid. This man you gotta remember, like Luka Doncic and all these other guys from over in Europe, they were playing with grown men when they were, you know, Luka been playing with grown men since he was 16, I believe, 15, 14. Well, you got to remember, Melo been doing the same thing. He was over in Australia. He was over in, I think it was Ukraine. So he's been playing with grown men. So his game is not that of a high school kid.
I think that's a good thing.
You know, he's ready. He's prepared for the NBA. I think playing out in Australia, you know, playing around the world, I think that prepared him because he doesn't look like a regular rookie.
Now, do you think that was a good move for him? Now, do you think Lonzo should have went that route?
Lonzo not good enough to go that route.
He's not. Yeah, but he's good enough to go.
don't get me wrong. Lonzo's he's a good point guard, and Lamello is a great point guard, shooting guard /3.
Yeah.
Because like you said, he has the height. Now all he has to do is, that everybody keeps talking about these funky shots that both of them got. Oh, they got this. They got to do that. Let the people shoot the ball. If it's going
I didn't see that funky shot from Lamello last night.
He has what I call he looked like he's sitting in a chair when he shoots. If you ever look at him, he looks like he's almost sitting in a chair. Like his knees to be bent. His knees kind of bent, and he look like he's in the air. He look like in a chair. Next time you shoot the ball, you'll see it.
All right. I'm going to have to check it out. Actually, I got him on my 2K team. He's basically, he was traded from Charlotte to the new Brooklyn Nets, and I'm on the Brooklyn Nets with him, and I have to check it out. All right, now the last thing I'm going to talk about before we get into the picks is the big championship game going up on Monday night. We got the Alabama Crimson Tide going up against my Ohio State Buckeyes. Now the Buckeyes are a 7-point underdog. Now I listened to this one guy on the radio, and he said take Ohio State in the 7 points, and I did, because believe me, I hate to say this, but if win or lose, it doesn't matter to me. Because the thing about it is that we got rid of Dabo's dumbass. We kicked his ass. So, it's okay. I respect Alabama, but I feel as though that in my heart, Ohio State can pull this out. And I took the 7.5 points.
No, they can't, bro. Come
Huh?
on, bro. Come on, bro. They ain't got no chance.
No, okay. You say, I know you. You don't.
I don't even like Alabama. I don't. I don't like Saban. I don't like Alabama. I'm not really college football. I watch it, but I don't have no loyalties or nothing like that.
Why is it that everybody don't like Ohio State? Oh, because they only had 6 games.
Like them. I said I don't like Alabama. I didn't say Ohio State. I said Alabama. I'm not. All them Ohioans at me. Nah, I'm telling you. I look at it like this. That y'all forgetting about the whole. Y'all so mad at Dabo that y'all forgetting about the national game. And I hear a lot of Ohio State fans saying the same thing that you saying.
Yeah.
Even we got Dabo out of the way. That was the number one thing we had. Then now we're on our way to the championship. Even though we got this and we got that, we're gonna win. But if we don't win, we did a good job. No, that's a loser speech. That's a loser.
No.
That's a loser
but
speech right there.
You got to look at it this way. We were disrespected.
But no, you don't.
We were disrespected by him. And Alabama.
Sitting there at the end of the day with that cup raised up saying you are a national champion. You didn't come there to say, you know what, I beat Dabo.
Okay. All right. I agree. But listen to me. I respect Alabama. And what they've done. I don't think that they're going to win, but, I feel as though that the biggest hurdle in this championship was getting over the first hump. Now we got to play Alabama. Now we got to go against this guy and Saban. I feel as though that we keep our heads down. We can win this game. We're not talking, the hurdle.
Don't come back.
These guys are not concentrating on, well, we got past this and we're going to play Alabama. Whatever happens, happens. They're not thinking like that. They're thinking about, okay, what can we do to beat this team? I agree.
They got so charged about Clemson, there's going to be a letdown in this game.
I don't think so. If it is a letdown, I'll be the first one to admit it. All right.
There was a lot of emotions put into that game last week. And
it was. It was
a lot of emotions, and usually after a game like that, you're emotionally spent. And when you come back out the next, even though they had an extra day or a full week, they laid everything out on the line. I ain't gonna lie.
They did, but I trust Ryan Day to get these guys focused and ready for this game. I think they will be ready for this game as well.
First wide receiver to receive a Heisman in 28 years.
Yeah, that's cool, but you know what? I think if the secondary can play like they did against Clemson, they're going to shut him down. They're going to
in the Heisman race, three quarterback, receiver, and running back.
I'm just hoping that the defensive line can put some pressure on that kid back there. I don't know who these Alabama people are.
Y'all better hope Waddle gonna come back. Because I'm telling you,
I hope he does, because you know what? I want to be. If I want to go out, I want to go out playing the best and beating the best. And I think that Ohio State will win this game.
Alabama gonna bring it to y'all.
All right. Now let's go to the main thing that we usually do.
Sure.
It is time for the picks of the week, but we have a special guest. But we have a special guest. Wait now. Here he is.
Oh boy.
Let's get ready to rumble!
All right, Michael Buffer said it best. Let's get ready to rumble. All right, it's only 6 games. We're going to run through these, and then we got to pick up some stuff on the other side, and I'm going to be talking about Tommy Lasorda. All right, first off, we're going to go right to it. Colts versus Bills at home. First time in 25 years that the Bills have a playoff home game. 6.5. Who you got? I got the Bills. I am with the Bills. You know I hate the Colts. I hate the Colts for what they did years ago, and I'm still not going to be over that. I like what I see. Buffalo made sure that Miami did not get in the playoffs last week. I'm going with Buffalo, and I took the Colts at 7.5 points because I got feeling that they're going to be beat by more than that on my bet slip. All right, who do you got?
Man, I feel like the whole state of upstate New York is descending upon that stadium right now. The Bills Mafia is coming.
Yeah, well, they're only going to let 6,700 in.
I don't care about spreads. I don't care about none of that. The Bills Mafia is coming. They had the first playoff game. I'm telling you, these boys, y'all better watch out, Kansas City, because they coming for y'all.
Exactly.
I got the Bills.
All right, we got the Bills.
They're going to blow them out, man. They're going to blow their doors out.
All right, Los Angeles Rams are going into Seattle, and Seattle is a 3.5 point favorite. I took Seattle at 3.5 points because I feel as though that they can beat them. And you know what? If Robert Woods and Cooper Kupp can catch some balls and make it interesting, I feel as though that the Rams might have a chance. But I took Seattle at 3.5. Who you got?
Man, 12th man going to be in the building, man.
They letting fans in that game?
No, but they're gonna be there. Just like the Bills Mafia, yo. Same thing. Bills Mafia, Raider Nation. Y'all know how y'all are, man. They're gonna descend upon that stadium, and you're gonna feel it. I got Seattle, man.
All right, Seattle. Okay. Washington football team is playing against Tom Brady, and Tom Brady's team is a 9.5 point favorite. Do you think that they can cover that 9.5? I hope they do, because like I said, I got it on my bet slip. I'm taking Tampa Bay. I love Tom Brady. You know I love Tom Brady. I'm going to be wearing my Tampa Bay jersey like usual. Pewter jersey. Yeah. Who you got? I got.
Man, I'm telling you, I really want to take the Washington Football Club, because I think, because one thing you got to remember about Her Majesty Tom Brady, once you get her off of her spot, she's not the same Tom Brady.
Don't call her.
Her Highness.
No, don't do that. You be like Jim Rome. You say it again. If Jim Everett going to jump over the thing.
If Sweat and that boy get out, I'm telling you, they gonna wreak havoc. If that line is not blocked for Tom Brady, he's in for a long day.
Yeah,
and all they got, if their defense can score two touchdowns, they can win this game. I'm telling you. I'm going with the Bucks, but I'm telling you, bro. This is my one. I want to pick the Washington Football Club. I really do. If they get 2 scores, I'm calling you at the first score and go, I told you I should have took Washington.
All right.
But I'm going with Tampa Bay.
So we're going with Tampa Bay. Okay. Baltimore is a 3.5 point favorite versus Tennessee.
Sir.
Now I took the Titans at 3.5 points, but I know that I like Baltimore to win this game and get revenge. Now if they don't win this game, there's going to be a long, long conversation about Lamar Jackson. I'm going with Baltimore in this game. Enough said. All right. He's having a little bit of an audio problem right now. But
Hear me now?
yeah, I hear you. Now, enough said on Baltimore.
Man, I always got to take the Ravens.
All right. Now, Chicago is going into New Orleans, and New Orleans is a 10.5-point favorite. I took New Orleans at 10.5, and I'm looking at my bet slip as soon as we're doing this. I did take New Orleans at 10.5. Do you think it'll be 10.5, or do you think Chicago can cover that?
Man, they're going. New Orleans fans or not, they're going. I don't know. I don't think. Yeah.
Are they going to have running backs? That's the question.
That's a question. I don't know about 10, but I got New Orleans beating.
Did you see Ty Montgomery? My God, Ty Montgomery from way back. He was playing. He did good. He had like 80-something yards rushing. All right, we're both going to take New Orleans. Cleveland, the last one is Cleveland versus Pittsburgh. And Pittsburgh is a 6.5-point favorite. I took them. I hate to say it, but I've loved the Browns this year. But I think without their head coach, they're in trouble. What do you think?
I'll tell you, man. If Kevin Stefanski was there, even with everybody else, I think they had a good chance going into this. And then when Monday came around, Tuesday came around, all the COVID tests started coming back. I feel bad for them. I really want to see Baker. I really want to see Baker go in there and beat them, because I really think if they were at full strength, they would go in there and beat the team from up north. But I'm gonna go with the team from up north.
All right. Now the national championship game. I know you're gonna pick Alabama. They're a 7.5-point favorite over my boys, the Ohio State Buckeyes, and I took Ohio State in the 7.5 points. I'm letting you know that right now. I got a bet slip here that says I can win about, certain amount. I can't really say because, another thing that I think that the wife is listening and she'll probably say, why did you bet on this? But anyway, who you got in that game?
Man, it's going to be a track meet, man.
All right.
All right. Alabama, like I was saying before, Ohio State are emotionally spent. They got so hyped about that game against Clemson. They played real good. They played a great game, and they won. They just don't. I'm telling you, man. Nick Saban and like I said, you got three Heisman finalists. The top 3 and the top 5 are from that team. You can't deny it. You know what I mean? And if they get Jalen Waddle back, it's going to be even more of a track meet. So I mean, do I think Ohio State going to get their doors blown out? Yeah, pretty much. But I don't think it's going to be like a 20-point one. I think they're going. It's going to go back and forth. But Alabama at the end, they got too much for them.
Okay, I agree with that, but I'm going to take Ohio State in my 7.5 points. If they, like I said, I got this slip here, and hopefully that it pays off. But we'll see what happens. All right, now we're done with the picks, and I have some words about yesterday. Yesterday, I learned the passing of Tommy Lasorda. I never did get a chance to meet Tommy Lasorda, but I have to say this: I am very much a degenerate for baseball games. I've been to over 1,000 baseball games in my lifetime, and most of those games were spent at Dodger Stadium when I lived in California. I used to, huh?
You go up and down the East Coast, Orioles games, Phillies, anywhere you can go. I remember you and Ray and I think it was Dante. Y'all drove up to the Yankees game.
We were at old Yankee Stadium, but my favorite was just basically taking off an afternoon of work and going down to Dodger Stadium and watching the Dodgers play, mid-afternoon game or so. Tommy Lasorda was always a character to me. He was the biggest cheerleader and the biggest character the game has ever seen. And believe me, very respectful, very much loved. And, the baseball world has now lost 8 Hall of Famers in the last, let's say, year or so. 2020 took out a lot of them, and I don't mean to say took out.
He was branding before branding was even thought about. You know, he was a brand all of his own.
Yeah,
he was on like Hee Haw. He was in WWE. You know, he was a brand. He's what what guys trying to do now to build a brand around the person. You know what they do. That was Tommy Lasorda. Him and the Philly Fanatic. Everybody knows that.
I posted that on my Facebook
whenever you
page.
Think about that, whenever you think about Tommy Lasorda, there's two things that come to mind: Kirk Gibson running around the bases on that home run, and Tommy Lasorda and the Philly Fanatic.
Yeah, I posted that on my Facebook. That was one of my favorite moments, but I got some uncut, raw footage from Tommy Lasorda. Before I go to that, 71 years in the Dodger uniform. That's 71 years. 7 decades.
70.
That's probably as much as Vince Scully has been broadcasting. That's unbelievable. And here's some footage. Here's some footage from Tommy Lasorda and a few of his rants. I love this one.
Tell you what I think about it. I think that is very, very bad for that man to make an accusation like that. That is terrible. I have never, ever, since I've managed, ever told a pitcher to throw at anybody, nor will I ever. And if I ever did, I certainly wouldn't make him throw at a fucking 130 hitter like LaFay or fucking Bavacqua, who couldn't hit water if he fell out of a fucking boat. And I guarantee you this, when I pitched and I was going to pitch against a fucking team that had guys on it like Bavacqua, I sent a fucking limousine to get the cocksucker to make sure he was in the motherfucking lineup, because I kicked that cocksucker's ass any fucking day in a week. He's a fucking motherfucking big mouth, I'll tell you that.
Old Tommy Lasorda.
Yeah, the audio's sketchy, but here's another good one from him.
What's your opinion of Kingman's performance? What's my opinion of Kingman's performance? What the fuck you think is my opinion of it? I think it was fucking horseshit. Put that in. I don't fucking opinion of his performance. Jesus Christ, he beat us with 3 fucking home runs. What the fuck can you mean? What is my opinion of his performance? How could you ask me a question like that? What is my opinion of his performance? Jesus Christ, he hit 3 home runs. Jesus Christ. I'm fucking pissed off to lose a fucking game. And you ask me my opinion of his performance. Jesus Christ. I mean, that's a tough question to ask me, isn't it? What is my opinion of his performance?
Yes, it is. I asked it, and you gave me an answer.
Well, I didn't give you a good answer because I'm mad, but I mean...
That wasn't a good question.
That's a tough question to ask me right now. What is my opinion of his performance? I mean, you want me to tell you what my opinion of his performance is?
You just did.
That's right. Jesus Christ. Guy hits 3 home runs against us.
That was, and you know what? That's the thing I love about Tommy Lasorda, is that he never pulled any punches, and he told it like it was, And I remember one time that he was talking, and he said that, I think it was after the at the All-Star break, and the Dodgers were behind, but he said something to the fact of, "Don't worry, Dodger fans, the big Dodger in the sky is going to bring us back and get us back into the playoffs." And I loved him. It's a gigantic loss for the sport of baseball. I loved him though, and he was, rest in peace, Tommy. I loved him. I thought he was one of the best, the greatest manager of all time. There was 2 people that I would love to have sit down and have a conversation with. One of them, well, 3 actually: Babe Ruth, Ty Cobb, and Tommy Lasorda. And if you want to be in that, that category of greatest people that you want to talk to, those 3 were it for me. Do you have anything to add on that, Derek?
Nope.
All right. Now we're out of here, and I got to get the particulars, but I just want to say that, hey, I'm just so, Man, it's just emotionally draining, this whole political thing. It is. And I'm done with it. I'm just done. I'm not going to go into it, but I just want to say, hey, you know what? My opinions are my opinions. So that's why I have a podcast. I can say what I want to say. And I'll crack open this mic because oh God, I have an opinion and I say what I need to say. I just spilled my coffee all over the freaking keyboard of my, oh God. Anyway, we're getting ready to get up out of here, and I want to tell you guys, thank you for listening to this podcast. Believe me, make this podcast what it is, and I really appreciate everything that you do, and thank you for your time. Thank you for listening, and like I said, we gotta go into the particulars, but I'm sitting up here trying to wipe up this coffee, and I know my wife is gonna kill me because I spill a lot of things. The Guru's really clumsy, honestly. Okay, follow us on social media. YouTube, like I said, the Guru Sports Show on YouTube. Facebook, Guru's Daily Shorts. IG, we got 2 of them now. Guru's Kids, DAE. I keep forgetting this. DAE, Daisy, Alex, and Ellie. And they were in the studio with me just a few seconds ago. The Guru is at the Guru OS 39 on Instagram. Guru's Daily Shorts at gmail.com. You can Gmail us and give me your opinion. I know I'll probably have a full board of stuff to talk about and read, and like it or not. But that's it. I'm at Black Goat 39, and Goaty is at Goaty's at Black Goat 39, right, Goaty? That's it. I'm at Goat 39 on Twitter. Like I said, you follow us wherever you find your podcast. Spreaker, Podchasers, Spotify, Deezer, Podcast app, Google Podcasts, Podcast Addicts, Cashbox, iHeartRadio, JioSaavn, Podomatic, and the big one is Apple iTunes. We will really appreciate that. Got to give big props. Great props and thank you to Mr. Damian Adams. Great podcast this week from him. I appreciate him. The Real Deal with Damian Adams. My man Jeff Duarte, the Big Head Cheese over at Cali Sports News. I know I got a few things I have to write up and all. I want to say to my hip hop guys, I really appreciate you, and I'm going to be talking to you guys pretty soon. Mr. Danny Revere, Reggie Reg, King Charlie Prince, my man Positive K, Jeff Shepard, Happy the Original Pioneer, and the main man, Cool Kyle Starchild. We really appreciate you guys. The crew, cast and crew, is Caden Guru. I want to let you guys know and let you know, Derek, that he didn't test positive for the COVID. And I got that's great news for me because I was worried all week. Vinny V is our executive technical advisor. Ray Guru is our music director and engineer. Dante Guru is a show co-host of the co-host of the co-host. And Derek B is our co-host of the show. And we really appreciate you. This has been a Black Goat production for Black Goat Entertainment 2021. All rights reserved. We don't steal from nobody. Like I always say, we're freeway close. And check us out. Tell a phone, tell a friend. We are here. This is the second podcast of this year. And I just want to say thank you for taking your time and listening. And I got to get out of here because I got to definitely try to clean up all this mess before the wife gets in here. Do you have anything to say, Derek, on closing, getting out of here?
Just like always, man, be safe out here. Wear a mask, wash your hands, keep your distance, Everybody be safe. Check on somebody, neighbor, your grandparents.
Jody just fell off.
The elderly, have some fun with your kids. Give them a hug today. Tell somebody you love them.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Everybody
definitely. Jody don't have any music, and I'm going to be talking to him afterwards. You don't want to hear this conversation because, like I said, it's going to be very, very intense. No. We got a few more minutes. I'm going to try to find something music-wise. Goldie, do you have something music-wise? What are you going to play?
Ain't nobody love me better. The dude from, what's his name passed away this week?
Who's that?
From Electric Boogaloo.
Oh, he died like a couple weeks ago.
Man.
Anyway, Goldie, thank you for playing Taps Now. You're about stupid. You know that? You are stupid.
He do what he do, not what you want him to do.
Why in the hell are you playing Taps Now?
Goldie just feels a certain kind of way.
Why? Ask me, Derek. I don't know what is wrong with this kid.
He does what Goldie wants to do, bro.
Oh my God, he's playing Taps
You
Now.
said he wanted some music, so he gave you some music.
All right, on that,
Hey,
I guess
you asked.
I did ask, didn't I? Oh God,
Didn't specify.
Derek, I'm going to have a talk with this fool.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Y'all had that little chit chat.
I think I'm gonna fire him.
No,
You think so?
Nope, you ain't gonna fire him.
All right. I don't know, Goldie. You get you make me just want to knock you out sometime. I'm gonna put you in a headlock when I get a chance.
That's why you're over your shoulder all the time.
Huh?
You're always over your shoulder, making sure you're doing what you're supposed to be doing.
Yeah, I know. You're just sitting there, just doing nothing. And won't you go back and watch the cartoons? All right. Anyway, I gotta get out of here. But like I said, he's sitting up here watching cartoons. He told me to put the cartoons on so while if I'm doing a podcast, he can watch cartoons. I don't know. Saturday mornings now is cartoon festival out here, and the dogs came in earlier and they were, chatting with me before we got on this. Anyway, you guys have a great Super Wild Card weekend, and we'll see you back here next week. And believe me, I'll sound a little bit better because I'm tired. I am so tired from work this week. This has been the first week of the year is always supposed to be the easiest. No, it's not. We're supposed to ease back into the freaking thing. I guess, I'm going back to bed. You guys take care. I love you. We will see you soon. Say goodbye, Derek.
All right, people. I'll let y'all later.
You're supposed to say goodbye, Derek. Remember?
No.
Remember how Dad used to, your mom used to tell us to say goodnight, Jack. He'll say goodnight, Jack.
Good night, Jack. Say good night, Lil. Good night, Lil. Good night, Derek. Good night, Derek.
All right, guys. You take care. We'll see you soon. We love you. Take care. Listen to the podcast and follow us and hit us back. Oh, matter of fact, I want to say shout out to Bella B, my man Coop. Appreciate you, Coop. Let's see. Coop, Bella B, Mayor, Jody, Dale, the Diesel, Jeff in Southland, Lori, everybody that listens to the podcast, we love you. Got to get out of here. Talk to you soon. Take care. Bye. Later. Guru will see you real soon. Later. Out.